Hi Virgos, welcome to your reading for July. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really missed recording these monthly, so I'm glad I'm back, even though I'm a little bit late when it comes to the schedule, but I still feel that we're quite, at the beginning of the month, there might be some messages that I can still bring to you guys. So I'm just going to continue recording the rest of the signs. Yeah, so basically we are in Cancer season, my season. I'm just, saying. It's my season, okay? Deal with it. No, I'm kidding. Virgos. So that means that we had just had that new moon in Cancer, which is your 11th house. And with that, I'm feeling like an activation, and definitely throat chakra activation for you guys, because when I tune into the Virgo energy, and I have a Virgo moon, so I deal with the internal world basically like a Virgo. What I am sensing, you guys are really good at choosing your battles wisely when it's not absolutely necessary to go into expressing yourself or going in and back and forth with a person that won't even listen anyway, will kind of still say yes and amen, but to the opposites. You choose it wisely. You don't like to spend excess energy on things that won't give the ultimate result or a result in general. So I'm sensing that you have been putting off certain conversations and kind of have just with certain people in your life. This could be friends or people who feel like sisters and brothers, or are actually but related to you, people close, people in your surroundings. So for example, colleagues you work with on a daily, or people that you may share a household with, even if it's, for example, you're just roommates. You may not be that close, but you do live together, you occupy the same space, so you need to have certain common ground and certain common understanding, basically, how to deal with certain things. And it could also just be your partner or your children and things like that. I'm sensing that there has been a little bit of a pile up when it comes to expressing yourself or feeling, and it has to do with not something that just kind of sort of annoys you or you don't like or you would like to see different. It's like things that actually kind of stinks and actually kind of hurts you in a way, if that someone just sort of bulldoze over your feelings or just doesn't understand it on a deeper level. Maybe you feel like you over explain something when you wish once again, throat chakra, someone wouldn't would just understand and would nurture or give you something more natural, without you having to actually ask for it, or without someone just not making someone aware of how that feels or how that comes forward, because it's kind of blunt. I'm seeing it kind of bluntly. So that is maybe even more irking, that it's just so natural to sort of think that you wouldn't say that to somebody in that situation. But then there they are, those people that actually say those things in those type of conversation. And then you're like, why are you like this? And then you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? If you don't even get this, how am I supposed to get you on this side? And it's kind of sort of, half of it happens in your internal world, and you go about it a little bit and then you try to brush it off, but it kind of still, that irking feeling, that is the build up, what I'm sensing. So it's important to express yourself and claim that space for yourself. And if they don't want to listen, make them listen. Okay, whatever way, shape, or form, even if it's in a written way where somebody can't, basically jumps in or talk over you. It's like, do it in such a way where you can get things off your chest. Because why I'm sort of irking this point a lot is because I'm sensing it has a lot of effect on your actual health. And yeah, your health is a thing, and Leo season is coming up. And there is some 6th house and some 12th house energy coming in for you. So that subconscious, if it talks to you and you work with it and you work through it, it will be very healthy for you to release those energies. Because like I said, it could have a negative effect on your health if you have the build-up pile too high. And Leo season actually such, the beginning, August is like the beginning of your season. You kind of want to get things off before your season starts, and be in good health and have good energy and good spirits, and just be ready for a new year, right? So that's something that I'm sensing. I really wanted to lay it out on the table. It's not something new, or but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up about it, because yeah, I'm really sensing like that power is quite high, and you don't always have to talk yourself out of being hurt. Like, you can actually just share it, okay, with the 7 of Swords. All right, Virgos, let's tune in. Let's tune in once again. It's split right on the 7, so got a lot of things to say. Here we go, 2 of Swords. Yeah, makes sense with the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe some of you are actually doubting between one or the other. Do I say something? Do I not? Do I want this job, or do I or not? Do I want to go on vacation? Do I want to stay home? Do I want to date this person, or do I actually like that other person better? Do I want to go back to school, or do I want to find another job? It's like really this or that, and it's really in the material world, but it comes from the mental space. So in the mental space, I'm seeing this or that things popping up in your 3D world, right? Like in your surrounding. So you have the 3 of Cups that falls down with the 4 of Pentacles. So I am sensing that, yeah, you will be at gatherings and things like that, especially once Leo season comes in. You will have your moments come together, but it's all on the surface. I'm sensing that there's no talking about actually what's really going on, what's on your chest. You are, but you're also not feeling so comfortable with it. You would rather prefer not having those deep conversations. You just rather prefer dancing or drinking something or sharing a nice meal, or just, looking at old pictures and laughing your ass off, things like that, right? But family time and things like that will really be good for you, whether it's your, blood related family or your chosen family. I'm sensing there's a lot of healing for you in there. You have the 8 of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands. I'm hearing married to the arts. Married to the arts. The Devil is here, was in reverse, which is good. Okay, so I am sensing you guys are working through something. And of course, because I'm reading for more than just one Virgo, it's different things you have in this, chest, treasure chest, basically. So inside of these 4 walls is, for everybody, is something different. But what they're definitely pressuring is that that's the reason why you don't want to open up. It's like you... So basically, when they say a false sense of security, right? For example, you are in a relationship and the other person isn't loyal, or does something that really hurts you, or like in any way, shape, or form does something where the situation changed but you had no control and you end up hurt. That could be in many ways, shapes, or forms. That person maybe fell out of love and you were still very much in love, and then the separation happens, and it came from a place where you felt you couldn't really control it. For some of you, you may actually be the one who fell out of love, and then the situation changed, and you kind of felt maybe even like a little bit guilty towards the other person, when obviously you can't always control that. You just can't. It's just feelings, right? So anyways, I'm not going to go too deeply into that. It's about a situation where then you come out of it and you have this phase of gaining your own belief and trusting yourself, gaining your own independence back, and mostly maybe not even like financial independence, but it's more like that emotional independence of I'm going to depend on myself. I'm going to provide myself with these feelings and that feeling is going to nurture myself. What's going on with your throat chakra? I even have a lapis lazuli on me right here thing, and still my throat chakra is like, no. Maybe that's why we're talking, so we're getting things off and away from the throat chakra. All right, so basically what I'm sensing is that then you come into this phase, and yes, it's a good place to be, because that's where you heal and you kind of sort of focus on yourself, and it helps to sort of have this distance between wanting a union and going with that. So, but then there comes a point where if you would want to have a new love story, a story between you and another person, you want to have a new chapter in the book of your love life, then you have to back up the pen, it's like, in order to write something new. So I'm sensing that you want to get outside of that zone, but you kind of want to keep something with it, and because you're holding on one of those qualities, makes you feel safe. It's like armor, or it's like it's just the bit of distance, or keeping that much for yourself, so somebody cannot take away this. So if it goes wrong, then you won't miss out on this or that. But it's not fully committed. It's like one foot inside the boat, 1 foot on land, and the boat cannot go anywhere if you're like sort of stuck on between the boat and the land. So you kind of have to just take a leap of faith and either get out the boat or inside the boat. And I'm sensing that that's a thing that you guys are working through subconsciously, but also consciously here and there. Like, there are certain things that you would love to work on, you would like to feel different about, you would like to look at in a different light. So you are working with that, you are working through it, and you will make major steps these next 2-3 months. Let's say right up until the end of your season, you make a big leap and a big steps ahead with that. And once the ball starts rolling, it rolls very quickly. And I see here you have the 2 of Cups, and then you have the 8 of Pentacles doing the work, seeing the results. And here we have the beautiful Queen of Wands. It's like living life from a place of experience and understanding that there's never anything wrong about trying something new, opening up your heart, giving your energy to something. It's beautiful. It will teach you, and it will always give you something back tenfold, right? Whether it's a very valuable lesson that will serve you the rest of your life, whether it is the love of your life, whether it is healing of your heart, and not only being able to open up to another person, but also to yourself, and also to your surrounding, and also to allowing things to come in and to feel deeper, right? If you're in living your life with an open heart energy, an open heart chakra, like when you find something beautiful, you can really truly feel it all the way up in your chest, right? And that serves you greatly in all kinds of areas of your life. So I'm not saying like, oh, you need love in order to have this or to have that, or you like sort of reestablish something with a person that you might already be with or are with, but that's not always like the main goal in life. Okay, let's just not do that, because once you find that, it will never just every single day will be so easy, so flowing, because relationships are meant to be our teachers, and our we learn and we grow and we evolve through personal relationships. and in which whatever area we still have a lot of learning and evolving to do, we kind of pick our partner on that subconsciously, right? So, but that's a topic for another time. We're not going to go too deeply into that. I'm just seeing you guys being way more confident again with, and it just kind of sort of flows into everything. Work, your creativity, we do have that full moon in Capricorn on the 13th of July, and that is in your 5th house. So create. Okay, if you was thinking like, I kind of want to do a full moon ceremony and I just want to paint something, let that, energy flow, great full moon to do that, okay? Because it will help you channel that energy into something practical and to enlighten that within you. It's not about what you make, it's about the making, okay? So I know I'm talking to Virgo, so it's like when you're not happy with the painting, or we're not happy with this or not happy with that, it's hard to really feel happy about it, but it's about the creating, that counts. King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, now 10 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. I'm sensing that for some of you, if you hold on to such a vision for your future partner or your future life, that having that vision and that goal and that dream and having so many details involved in that, it feels like it's a lot. Okay, it feels like it's a heavy weight almost, that you want to have that level of, want to come as close to that vision as possible, want to come as many details as possible. And I'm sensing like you're downsizing in that, and it makes things so much more fluid. I'm not saying like change your entire personality. No, it's about how it makes you feel, not what it looks like on the outside. Okay, so I'm sensing that you are attracting a partner, or your partner is actually moving towards being a person that is very hardworking, very loyal, and also is very established. All right, so that person, just like a Capricorn, like works to make a living and to make sure that everybody's fine, that they have money to like share and give to the community, and make sure that everybody can be invited to the dinner. And like, it's really an energy of that. It's a stable energy. It's not only financial, it's definitely a stable energy in their well-being and in who they believe they are, and the showing up, and then also not being flaky, but being really on point when it comes to like, I promised you that we'll do it this summer, and here's the summer, and here we are doing this because I promised you a couple months ago we would commit to doing that in July and August, and it happens. It actually happens. That's an energy that I'm sensing. You guys are also stepping into that energy to provide that for yourself in the first place. But I'm sensing that, attracting that. Just try to let go of micromanaging things so much. It's more about how something makes you feel. If you want to have like set like a really good goal, or a future, when it comes to home life and things like that, just focus on the feeling you would like to receive from it. Focus on that feeling. How would you want to feel? Not what it would exactly look like. Like I want, for example, a beach home with like 2 windows that open up like this and not like that, because I don't like that. I like this, and it has to be like this, and it has to have like a framing, and I want the garden to have like this and that, and if it doesn't have a fountain, I don't want it. And it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot to carry. It's like, no, I would love to have a beach home that if I wake up in the morning, I feel the peace, and I can sense the warmth and the energy, and I can just go outside, and it's like sort of a feeling like the outside is also the inside, and it's like a house that it smells right, and just makes me feel at peace and calm, and I want to feel safe, and I want to feel like I love to invite people. I love to host parties there, because the house is just spacious, and it makes me feel like I am I have more than enough space to hold people there, and it's good. And that's like more of like how it would feel. And then yes, of course, like I said, it's spacious, so you have like a vision, obviously, but it doesn't have to be micromanage down to a thing, and if it's not exactly that, then it's not, then it's off. And it's the same thing with partners, same thing with jobs, it's the same thing with how to manifest money or friendships and things like that. Leave a little bit over to the imagination of the universe, but focus on how you want people to make you feel and how you want to feel with yourself, right? And decisions that you make. Like for example, I want to start making decisions that make me feel good about the person who I am, and make me feel good about where I am in my life. You know, it's like, then you don't even need all the answers just yet. It's just focusing on how you want things to make you feel. That's a really good season to focus on that, because I'm sensing that energy, that micromanaging, kind of sort of always shows all the things that aren't including into something that you wanted to manifest. And then when you turn that around, it's like reclaiming your personal power over that. You get all this inspiration, because anything can happen there. You know, because once you start to micromanage things too much, you can also come up with 20 reasons why this detail won't work and why that detail won't work. So it's too much space to talk yourself out of the manifestation. That's why I'm putting it this way. I hope it makes sense. I know that I already lost a couple of Virgos because I'm rambling way too much in your reading, but I am reaching the right one, okay? The right one. If you're still here, leave me a candle emoji, all right? Because you guys got some wishes to do. All right, so let's move towards the end of your reading, because I'm already at 22 minutes. Page of Pentacles. Yes. Now this is way better. You see? It's better to have one in your hand than have two up in the air at this point. Okay? So that's where the focus lays. You started with the page energy. Page and the page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Good, good. That's a really good energy, because from there anything can come and grow, and it will. What is this on your card? Oh, it is a bunny. It is a bunny. All right, Two of Wands. Yes. Oh, that's a lot of cards, but I'll take it. You have the Temperance. Beautiful. Together with the Star card, Queen of Pentacles. Yes, and the Ace of Swords. Oh, yes. I told you guys will make major leaps. Major leaps, because it's just one obstacle that kind of holds you back, and once that's out of the way, once you start to work your way around it, instead of putting all your energy to remove it and to sort of push it forward so you can move forward, it's like, no, let's work around this. How to work around it, how to, you know, have it still in your energy but still make it work for you instead of against you. You have Ratna, Soul, Flame, Charity, and Serapis Bay, Ascension. All right, they say, Virgo, rediscover a lost part of yourself. Wow, powerful. That's the thing. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven and ask, and you shall receive. That's that asking what I was just talking about. But focusing on how you want things to make you feel on a deeper level, not on a surface level, like on Tuesday morning I want to feel great and, you know, I just want to feel good all the time. No, it's like, you know, overall I want to feel safe in order to create. I want to feel safe to express my emotions. That's that energy, you know, the bigger picture. So ask and you shall receive. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Okay? The light is here. It's coming in. It's surrounding you. It's bringing you a lot of insights, and just you will have certain light bulb moments. But like I said, right now until, like, you know, the end of your season, you have a lot of insights and things just pop in. And once again, it's not about, you know, spending all your time and energy on getting that obstacle out of the way. It's more like, okay, how can I work around this? How can I look at a different perspective? How can I make this obstacle take less of my inner power? And what are the things and the tools that I already possess, and how can I make them work for me? So that those things will make things feel much more lighter, and will actually make you feel like you have a lot of more options than you might even expect. So yeah, and on the side, you're healing through that. You're feeling better. You're opening up new opportunities. You really are attracting a lot of new opportunities, especially with a new moon energy coming in. Yeah, I'm just sensing a lot is changing for you guys. I feel that the new moon on the 28th of July is also a significant one for you guys. That will be your 12th house, and that's why I'm saying like new moon when it comes to subconsciously setting new goals and things for yourselves, new settings, what I'm hearing, new subconscious settings, and that will work its way and its magic into your conscious, and your 3D surrounding basically. So your subconscious new settings will definitely help you manifest things quicker and also feel much better about it, because I'm sensing that in that subconscious it is a little bit of a mess because of the things you took there by not expressing that something made you feel a certain way, by taking in the hurt that came with a rude comment that someone didn't even realize it was rude, but it kind of hurt you and kind of was choosing not to say something, but you took in the hurt, and that subconscious energy just kind of needs to realign in order to work for you so you can express yourself from that space. Because one of the reasons is because it's not just that comment, it's kind of just a lot, like the whole entire person kind of represents 120 of those things, and you don't know where to begin. So that's what I'm saying, begin with the subconscious, and then move forward from that. You don't have to fix the whole past. You don't have to mention everything from the past. It's like from now on, I'm just going to be honest right there in the moment about that thing or about this thing. So I won't at least add more to it. And by that, you're gaining that strength and that clarity, Virgo. I don't know, because I'm channeling a lot. So for me, it feels like it's just one big information at this point, but maybe if you're inside the reading it makes sense, so I sure hope so. Okay, I'm gonna get one more angel answer card, and it says wait. Okay, wait, and then I need one more. Just wait and see. Within the next few months, I told you that within the next few months, okay, you will start seeing things move and glow and grow for you. Okay, I'm sending you a lot of love. Have a beautiful month of July and a Cancer season and a little part of Leo season, and do not get lost in hype. Okay, this is a little bit is an understatement. It's a really intense season and month. Okay, so whatever you feel, you're not crazy, it's normal. Just go through the oceans of the emotions, and once again, not everything needs a permanent solution right now. It's about how can you deal with things in the moment, flow with it. Okay, once again, it's not about removing the entire blockage. It's about how can we work our ways around it. And also watch yourself if you are really dizzy and things like that. Just maybe got certain things checked, go to a professional, and make sure that your levels are right, because I could just got someone who has like maybe dealing with a lot of dizziness. So maybe it's your eyesight, something like that. Just go check it out, because once again, your 6th house energy is coming up, so then it might actually be a bigger problem, right? You can just sort of prevent that from happening. So all right, I love you so much, and I'll check out now. Okay, bye bye. Bye, Virgo.